Hello and welcome to Watching Stuff, the show about watching stuff. I'm Nero, with me is my Canadian counterpart, WHYBOY. Today
Hey.
we're actually taking a look at the highest grossing animated films, and apparently why I'm going to rant about them. Because apparently one of our viewers wanted to hear me complain about this list, so here we go.
Yeah, because it's fun, because we're kind of famous for complaining about Disney on this channel. Yeah,
So, first off, I have no respect for the Disney Corporation
yeah,
at all.
yeah,
I
put
think
that
they
out
treat
there.
people like I think they treat people like crap. I think they constantly do horrible things, and everybody hand-wavingly like accepts them and as apologists. Where it's like, oh, yeah, they did something, and then like, oh, okay, get over. I think too many people have brand loyalty, and I've always found brand loyalty to be disgusting because a brand doesn't give a damn about you in any capacity, but everyone feels the need to be like, I have to stand up on this hill. I have to die for Disney. Disney would not go up to bat for you.
Yeah, exactly. And the brand doesn't really make sort of the movie. All the people that are working on the movie make the movie. The brand is just basically like the label over everything. Like there's different people working on all the movies that are in this animated list.
The brand is just the property holder. That's it. Like, you should never have respect for a brand.
Yeah, you should have respect for the actual like product itself. Like even if you love Frozen or any of the movies on this list, you should love it for Frozen's sake, not for Disney's sake.
Yeah, like, it's fine to like Frozen, but it'd be like, it's good because Disney. That is blind loyalty for no reason. To think that a brand could never be in the wrong, that's ludicrous.
Yes, because then I can put that logic around and be like, oh, Home on the Range is good because Disney.
I just. Oh.
Really?
I actually felt. I'm not hyperbole. I actually felt a bit of regurgitation
Home on the Range?
in the back of my throat from that. Home on the Range is wretched.
Yeah, it certainly is. But
It's
yeah,
positively wretched.
but let's go through this list because the latest news has come out. The Lion King remake has made it to the #1 worldwide
That's
grossing
right.
spot. Yep.
Jon Favreau's live action remake of Lion King
Which is not
is the
animated, by the way.
is the highest grossing animated film ever. According to Jon, the live action Lion King, according to articles, is the highest grossing animated film.
And according to Jon Favreau himself, who said that don't call my movie animated, it's not.
Jon Favreau doesn't like that he worked on a kid's cartoon.
Well, I guess he's gonna like it now.
I mean, I don't know why he would have like the pretentiousness of being like, you know, I didn't work on a cartoon. Dude, you worked on Iron Man. I don't know why you're on such a high horse. You worked on a superhero movie that's a commercial for like Iron Man toys.
Yeah, you're working for Disney too, whose business was based on the fact of all the success of the animated properties.
Yeah. Well, Disney hates animated properties. Like that's abundantly clear.
Well,
Like modern Disney's like disgusted. Like, we made cartoons. What's wrong with us? So you can stop making them? Well, hold on. I mean, we make a lot of money.
yeah, we got Aladdin, we got the Lion King. We can make money off that. We can make money off of making the same movie.
Like I heard like Treasure Planet is in the work for a remake. Oh god, what's the one with the mouse? That's Sherlock Holmes. Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah.
I heard that's up on the chopping block now. We went through a list before where it was like 10, 20 some odd freaking ideas they've already greenlit. Like, we're gonna redo Peter Pan. Oh, okay. We're also doing a spin-off for Tinkerbell. Oh, jeez.
Didn't we already have an animated spin-off for all those Tinkerbell movies?
No! This is gonna be live action, so now it's gonna be validated.
Ugh. It really is that sort of like horrible thinking where it's just like live action is where it's validated, not cartoons. Though they'll never be validated because they're kiddie stuff.
Taylor, you know that's exactly how like the Academy thinks.
Yeah, we were actually looking through some of the Academy movies.
Do you remember that one time we were looking through it and like the Academy openly said, "Oh, we didn't even watch all the choices. We just chose Disney," and it's like. That means Disney doesn't deserve that reward.
You just watch
gave
everything.
It to them on the whim. Yeah, you gave it to them on the whim of like, that's a brand.
Yeah, exactly. And just at the very end of the day, highest grossing movie mostly means like best marketed movie. Because
yeah, well, like highest grossing, like I gotta throw this out there because like I'm so sick of people giving me this where it's like, but this movie made X amount. Why? does that matter?
It really doesn't at
I
all.
I didn't make the money.
Yeah.
I fail to see why it should matter. Why a straw man argument is made of, well, wait, you don't like Frozen, but look how much money it made. How does Frozen breaking $1 billion?
Yeah, the objective truth of how much money they make does not change the fact of somebody's subjective opinion of that movie.
But if money means a movie has good quality, then Michael Bay really is one of the greatest filmmakers of our time because he's made those Transformer films that have broken billions of
And
dollars.
Food Fight must have been a wonderful movie for all the money they put into that movie.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's the actual quality that led these movies to be successful and such, and also the marketing. Because, well, besides Minions on the list, where it's just like, ugh. So,
Well, it's okay. We'll start from the bottom and we'll work our way up. First, Lion King, 94. I think Lion King sucks. I think it's one of the most boring Disney movies. I think the main character is a jackass.
yeah,
The closest thing to redeeming in terms of entertainment value is Scar's kind of funny, but he would never rank my top 10 Disney villains.
no. And I definitely agree with every point that you made about The Lion King. Like, I haven't watched it in years and such. So,
We could maybe try watching it again sometime. Sure, we could milk a lot of it.
yeah, something like that. Well, yeah, then we have Despicable Me 2 from Illumination.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too.
I think its biggest problem is, oh, we just realized Minions print money. Better give them more screen time. No. Minions work in small increments, but people like the Minions. Yes, in small increments. That's it.
Yeah.
Give them more screen time in this movie.
Yeah, and it's also it's also the classic sequeling where it's just like main character gets girlfriend.
But I like his relationship with his girl in that movie. I think his relationship with her is cute.
Yeah, I can agree there.
It's cliche. It is. It's totally cliche. I mean, don't worry. Once we get to Despicable Me 3, that's where cliches really fully hit the full tilt. But like, my criticism with Despicable Me has always been the same, where it's like we never really got a chance for him to be that despicable because by the first movie we already stopped him from being a supervillain.
Yeah, exactly. And he just likes his girls and such, and now it just goes off in its own direction now.
Exactly.
Then Toy Story 4. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't fully seen it yet, so I can't comment on it. Then what about you?
For which one? Oh, I didn't give a fudge about Toy Story 4. I didn't see that crap. Like, first off, John Lasseter worked on those movies. I don't acknowledge them anymore, which sucks because I still love Inside Out. But John Lasseter to me should have been thrown up on the crucifix for the crap he did.
I agree there. I agree.
But they were like, oh, we got to protect the brand.
Yeah, protect the brand by throwing at the person who's ruining it. You could have done that. No.
No, instead they had to protect him because it's like he's the face of Pixar. So like as the face of Pixar, they had to protect him. So like even though it's like okay, but like and it's like oh he's stepping down, you're firing him.
Yeah.
Like way to protect his career, guys. So much so that when he was like, oh I'm going over, I think he was going over to like Sony. And people at Sony were like, "We're not going to work with him." Like directors were like, "We're not going to work with John Lasseter on a picture."
Yeah.
And people were ready to like step down from their jobs to like not work with this guy.
Yeah,
and it's like, come on, Disney, make sure to protect him.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Disney.
I strongly believe that if Walt Disney shot a child in the middle of his park, the Disney studio would find a way to spin it. Like, well, Walt was standing his ground. Like the studio never wants to acknowledge the dark parts of their past where it's like, you guys do horrible crap all the time. Like, Walt Disney was a pretty big racist. You could actually see in interviews where people who worked with him said, like, he had a serious problem with people of color and with women. And people are like, Disney Studios are like, no, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the crappy parts of Walt's character. And it's like, he was a horrible person. Like, he was a pretty horrible person. You know, that's reality.
Yeah.
Sure, he he helped innovate animation. I'll give you credit where credit is due.
Yeah. At the very end of the day, all these movies are here today because of Walt Disney and all the people afterwards that made these movies. But we can't just ignore what happened in the past because of them. Like I feel like I feel okay in like enjoying like Toy Story 4 and such, even with John Lasseter's name on it.
Oh yeah, if you can, that's great. I choose not to.
Yeah. It's
It's the same thing like Ender's Game. I bet Ender's Game is a great book. From what I understood, the guy who wrote it was a pretty big homophobe, so I don't acknowledge him.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with like the Loud House and such, where we just basically just dropped that show after the creator, basically, you know.
Yeah, like that. The creator of the letter is like, oh, I did all these things. Oh, I'm done with your show. Oh, I thought you liked the Loud House. I do, but I have no respect for him, so it's invalidated in my opinion.
Yeah. It doesn't mean like the show isn't still good and such, and still hasn't done like amazing stuff for TV and all that. It's where we just personally decide because of that what that person did, we're not going to validate their work anymore. It doesn't mean like we think it's bad, we think it's good, or anything like that. That's just our choice of what we choose to watch.
Yeah, I'm not going to support people that do crappy things. It's just that easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like so. Also, we do not need a flippin' Toy Story 4 for God's sakes. Like Pixar used to be, we made one, we moved on, we kept moving forward, and then it turned into, let's just churn stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised they haven't announced Up 2 yet.
Yeah.
Gotta get it out there before what's his name drops dead. Kyle Fredrickson.
We're gonna go ahead again, go on an adventure. And it's just a
That's
balloon tied to his like deathbed.
Like we gotta get it out there before he's too old. He's gonna die.
He's already on a deathbed. Oh God, no.
And then after, I never saw Toy Story 4, and frankly, I don't care if I ever do because I first off, I don't think the Toy Story trilogy is really that good. And it's fine. It exists.
Yeah, I do like the Toy Story trilogy myself. They're fun movies and all that. And from what I've seen of Toy Story 4, it looks fine and such, but like I'm not sure what the actual movie's gonna be like because I'm a little bit hazy and more like is this going to be like a good, not real capping point, but basically the next continuation of it after you've basically finished the trilogy where the toys were left with a new child and such. Like I'm not sure if it's going to come off more forced or anything else. So I'll just have to see the movie to see for myself.
Just the pitch for it reminds me of Charlotte's Web 2, where it's like, remember that story Charlotte's Web that a bunch of people liked? Yeah, man. Remember how it was like open-ended to have a sequel? I mean, not really. I mean, it seemed like it ended on a point where it's like you just stop right here. Nah.
Yeah, it's open-ended in the sense where they basically will continue their lives from that point and such, but you don't really need to have more story. But then here it's just like, yeah, now let's have another story.
Remember how Toy Story had that open end about a child getting these toys? I guess technically yes, but
what
I mean,
stories now will they have?
Oh.
No. Moving on from Toy Story, we're spending too much time on Toy Story. We got Zootopia, which we've already done a video on. Like, could Zootopia be more racist? Which is up above right there in the eye, right there.
It's perfectly serviceable.
Yeah. Like
it does have one of the worst Disney villains ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's perfectly serviceable. Like, we still enjoy the movie. I definitely ruined more for Nero after I pointed out the whole could it be more racist thing.
I honestly feel like the original pitch stuff is a far more fascinating commentary on anything. And then you just watch the movie we got, we're like, oh man, there was such a much more interesting pitch going on.
Yeah, and it just feels really disappointing at the very end. But definitely Disney made over $1 billion, and there you go.
Well, it made over $1 billion because racism sucks. This is truth. I'm sure there was many a convert thanks to that.
Yeah.
Thanks to that movie. I'm sure all the Klansmen, put their hoods away, and they were like, "Oh, they're right."
Oh man.
You suck.
Exactly.
Oh man, maybe. Oh, is that what we're like?
Maybe we shouldn't be butt noses.
Yeah, I got woke, sir. I understand now. I'm the butt nose. It's like, yeah, okay. Zootopia did nothing interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but it was still perfectly serviceable.
I mean, like the characters are fun. Like I I don't hate Judy.
Yeah, I don't hate Nick.
Not like the next film.
Yeah, Finding Dory.
I flippin' hate Dory.
Yeah, I've never seen Finding Dory myself.
No, neither have I.
Yeah,
I saw Finding Nemo and I hated it.
just,
Like, wow, this movie's very annoying. Dory is one of the worst characters I've ever seen. She's very annoying.
yeah.
And then the fact that it's like, oh, she's got like brain damage or whatever the hell. Don't you feel bad now that you like laughed at her in the last movie? One, I didn't laugh at her. I was annoyed by her. Don't you feel bad now? No. No, I don't feel bad that you retconned in something.
Oh, okay then.
Oh. Yeah. I don't value your retconning nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't like her. I don't like Marlin. I don't like Nemo. The only character I kind of liked is Willem Dafoe. I don't even necessarily mean the fish. I just mean Willem Dafoe.
It's just Willem Dafoe's face on the fish.
Yeah! Attack the heart, Nemo! The heart! The brilliant hunter takes from another mind nor body. What do you want from me? The heart, Nemo!
I'm very scared now.
Put that fish on a goblin glider.
Yeah, but that's Finding Dory. Then Despicable Me 3, which I haven't watched at all, where it's just like, after Despicable Me 2, it's just like, I'm done.
Okay, so how'd you feel about Despicable Me, the original?
No, I liked it. I thought it was cute and such.
Despicable Me 2, how'd you feel about it?
It was cute and such, but definitely felt like it's the same like I said before, it's the same girlfriend sort of sequel like we saw from like Ice Age and those sort of movies.
If Despicable Me 2 was then Despicable Me 3 is basically, it's like Minions 2.1. Like, what if Gru had a twin brother? Oh. What if it's played with the same guy? Oh. But what if he was like an invert of Gru, so he wears white instead of black? Okay. And he's got a full head of hair. Okay. And blonde. Okay.
Yeah, from what I saw of the movie, it looked very annoying.
It's got the gall to end. Maybe the next Despicable Me will be about Gru's brother being the lead. And it's like, oh, I don't freaking want that. I didn't like him. I didn't like him when he was in this as a supporting character. You think I want him as a lead without Gru? Are you high? It's bad if I had to sit through a Minion movie where it's like, what should a Minions movie be about? It should probably be about the relationship with Gru. Or
the Minions.
What if it's about the origin of the Minions? I assume Gru made them. Why would you assume that? Because I can't think of any other reason why these things would exist.
Well, they existed since the dawn of time.
Thanks, you're stupid.
Yeah, so we'll get to the Minions, but Toy Story 3 felt fair. Like, fine movie. Like, I like myself.
I thought it, you know what it was? It was so fine that I was like, this is a good ending. And then they made Toy Story 4, and it's like, oh, now you're being selfish.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like a good ending, and I can see why it got so much success. I'm proud of that. But Minions, god dang it. Thanks for all the Facebook stuff from the Minions and all that. Of course they would get the most marketing and all that thanks to Facebook and such.
Minions is one of the worst animated films I have ever seen.
It's so annoying.
I dare you! I dare you to tell me which Minion was which! And I know they had names, and I know they technically look different, but I demand you tell me which personality was which.
I'm trying to remember the three of them. There was Stuart,
I think
Bob.
There was a Kevin.
Yeah, Stuart, Bob, and Kevin, I believe.
Which, by the way, is one of the few jokes I loved about the original Despicable Me, where it's like, look at these creepy little minions he has, and then it's like Kevin, Kyle, Steve, and it's like, oh, it's funny. They all have like normal, everyday names. Like they're not weird or numbered. It's just like they're just people. That's it.
Yeah, it's very cute. But the Minions, it's just like an irritating movie where, like, we've done like a watching stuff. That was one of our first watching stuffs where it's just like the Minions and their birth and such before they meet Gru and all that. They go on adventures, blah 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 blah.
And yet, what did I tell you? What did I tell you when we were watching it? I sat there and I looked you dead in the eye and I told you, you know what would be great?
A sandwich.
If a sandwich would be wonderful, because hopefully I'd choke on it and I wouldn't have to watch this anymore. But I remember like sitting there and I looked at you and I was like, you know what would be great? If Gru showed up as like a little kid, and he was like a little smug jackass. And then at the very end of that movie,
showed up as a little smug kid.
And it's like, that was the best part of the whole movie. Which rumor is, in the sequel, it's going to be about when they meet Kid Gru. And, like, they hench for him.
Yeah, that would have been better as the first movie.
That was my pitch!
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure I covered that in the watching stuff, where I gave, like, this, like, in-depth, interesting story about, like, Gru, like, making them and, like, becoming, like, their family. And it's like, no, we didn't do that, though. We didn't have them, like, farting around, like, England or something.
Cut to a Disney executive just seeing the video being like, oh, no, not Disney, Illumination executive. It's easy to mix it up when you're looking at the high-grossing film and seeing, like, the majority of them are Disney Pixar.
The fact that Illumination even made it on the list actually is, well,
it's a miracle, it's like basically.
Yeah, well, it's like the anti-miracle.
Yeah.
It'd be like, it's like, instead of the birth of Christ, it's like the birth of the Antichrist. You know, it's the bad kind of miracle.
Yeah, and really, one of their worst movies made it to like one of the top spots for them. So good for them, I guess.
But The Grinch, that's awesome. Everybody hates it.
Yeah, I do believe it's around like ranked 40 on the list, though.
Oh, okay.
It made some money.
So, Minions sucks, yeah. but it's a hell of a toy commercial.
Yeah.
Like, what could you say about Minions? It's a hell of a toy commercial. Put that on the box, Taylor.
And we literally made hell because I as a kid would never want to get a Minions toy.
No, the Minions suck. Like, it's not like the Looney Tunes. At least each Looney Tune has a unique personality. No Minion is unique. Every Minion's the same character.
Get all the yellow jelly beans.
But this one's got one eye. This one's got two eyes. Yeah, but which one has a personality? None. For God's sake, sad one from Infinity Train had more of a personality. And sure, that was like a miserable cuss of a robot that talked about how you were going to die. But you know what? At least it had a personality I could decipher.
Yeah.
That wasn't blah 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 toy commercial.
Okay, we're finally on the top 3. Incredibles 2, Frozen, and then Lion King.
I like Incredibles 2, but I only like really one part of it, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I do not feel like it was worth the wait.
I feel I enjoyed it on the viewing of it, but since then I've not really feel like the inclination to try to rewatch it. I more felt the inclination to watch the first one again.
I rewatched Incredibles 2 actually not too long ago, maybe a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And my only takeaway was, I love watching Bob Parr be a dad. I don't give a crap about the supervillain plot. I don't give a crap about Miss Incredible becoming a hero again.
Yeah.
I'm more interested on him being a dad. As a matter of fact, it made me go back and reassess the first one where it's like, I really wish I got to see her be a mom.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been really, really nice.
Because the plot is so lame. It's so choreographed.
Yeah.
Because it's like the moment you see, like, I'm the brother, this is my sister. Well, it's too obvious to be the brother, so it's got to be the sister.
Right.
And I know it's going to be like, well, that's not, it's for kids. No, I get it.
But still choreographed as hell, like in Zootopia as well.
Well, like, at least with, like, the first one, it was, wow, you have these incredible gadgets. And then it's like, oh, remember that kid that, like, Mr. Incredible didn't give the time of day for? He grew up to be a supervillain. And it's like, oh, I mean, that kid could have just, like, disappeared after that. He didn't, like, have to turn into a supervillain. That's actually kind of clever.
Yeah.
But yeah. I like Bob being a dad. I think the stuff with him and his children is phenomenal. Yeah. The supervillain's fine. Like, the supervillain, it's not interesting, not really entertaining either, quite honestly. What's his Syndrome had far more personality.
Yeah. It feels like the superhero stuff was better in the first movie, and then the family stuff was better in the second movie.
Maybe it's because the second movie was trying to be like, these like criminals broke into our parents' house and our parents got killed, and it's like, don't stop. Disney, you need to knock off the sympathy crap. You're not really good at it.
Yeah.
with your villains. Like your villains work great when they're unapologetic monsters.
Right.
And like I think you told me about that too, where it's like they're trying to sympathetic Scar now. They're trying to like retcon in that like Scar had like some crap for now because of the TV show.
Yeah. Yeah, with something like he got the great lion roar and all that. He was protecting the Pride Lands, but then he became like evil because he got a scar on his face, and that made him evil. Something like that. Yeah, it's some real hard like science right there.
Well, as we all know, good evil is the equivalent of like flipping a switch. There's no like you don't become a bad person through negative experience and impact. You're just bad.
Yeah, you get a cut on your face, you're bad.
Rawr. I think Incredibles 2 is fine. It's definitely an enjoyable film to still watch and everything.
Yeah.
But I really just like I enjoyed him being a father the most. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, other than Frozen, where it's just basically just a super generic
It's just
movie.
weird. Well, it's weird that like Incredibles 2, it's like it took me 15 years to come up to tell a story that I wanted to tell, and it's like you basically rehashed the first film and like flipped it. Like instead of like the stay-at-home mom, he's the stay-at-home dad. Instead of him being a superhero, she's the super like. Yeah, this took you like 15 years to think up.
Yeah, it's just the exact flip, but it's still enjoyable in its own right.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. You know, that's the thing. Like, will I ever watch it again? I don't know. I feel more inclined to always the first one though.
Yeah. Yes, same. Now on number 2, Frozen. Like,
Sucks.
yeah.
I have a plus hour long video anyone could watch.
Yeah.
You can description, link, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna go over that with you.
Yeah.
Take your pick. I'll say this much. I think the Frozen sequel, not Frozen 2, but the like Frozen short sequel they made, where Elsa's got like a cold, and she like sneezes, and for some reason she creates life.
It's a lot better.
And I think it's 100 times better. I think it's a great little film because it's her. She wants to go out of her way. She just wants to give her sister a birthday.
Yeah.
I think that is wonderful. I think that's the most heartfelt crap they had in Frozen.
Chocolate.
Shut up! You knocked that off!
It's from the first movie.
It's not depth!
You're right, it's chocolate.
Look, chocolate's great. Let's all not pretend that chocolate isn't great. Chocolate's wonderful.
But it's not a way to basically connect family members.
Look, these sisters love each other. Yeah, that's why they barely have screen time together. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure she has more screen time with Kristoff.
Oh, she definitely does.
And then it's like people have the gall. This is a film about family. I noticed that the parents abused Elsa, and nobody wants to address this. Like nobody wants to talk about this. And why? Because like, no one wants to feel uncomfortable. These parents emotionally abused their child. Well, let's be honest, they physically abused their child because they locked her away in a freaking room for God's sakes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can hear more of that in the actual review. But finally, we're on the Lion King remake.
Worse than Frozen.
Yeah, because it's literally the Lion King again.
We added like one or two things. Like what? There's something about nihilism with Hakuna Matata. Are you gonna like fill in what that really is about? No.
Yeah, we had one extra scene of them discussing that. We had like Zazu being more of a likable character, and then we had the hyenas have have less personality, but also have like a little jokey thing between them, and also like, oh no, oh well, I guess Simba's dead. Let's not tell anybody we didn't find the body. And that's it. Those are all the differences.
It's other than like, did you like Rafiki? He's in it less now. Did you like Zazu? He's a little bit more proactive. Timon and Pumbaa, pretty much 100% the same. They added one vague scene discussing a vague degree of nihilism. Does it amount to anything or go anywhere? No, it doesn't. The hyenas have less personality than they did before, but hey, they make jokes about like, man, can you give me like a little bit of room?
Yeah, okay. You gotta give me more room. Okay.
What's the point? What's the game? Like, okay.
Yeah, and then the biggest difference is that all their music sucks, and all their staging sucks for it because it's just running through the forest one way, running through the forest the other way, and back again.
Well, Taylor, don't you love Like, in the jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Midday. The scene takes place in midday.
I like sleeping in midday, Nero. That's when I get my best sleep.
Don't you remember that? Don't you remember the song, Taylor? In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps midday.
The lion sleeps midday. Whee!
Oh, look at all these celebrities who wasted our time.
Look at all
I'm so proud of this movie. Why? None of you did anything creative. You literally just took the first. You could have just took the dialogue from the first film and changed the animation. You didn't even need to hire anybody.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't put that money into any expressions to any of the characters.
Yeah, the next butt nose that has the gall to look at me. How dare you call them rehashes? You shut your pie hole.
Yes.
This was a rehash.
This was definitely a rehash from beginning to end, and the only reason it made so much money because it had so much advertising behind it that it was the first film that everyone thought of to go to the movies for, and it's still serviceable to Lion King, which is because it's basically the same thing.
You'd get the same result if you watched freaking Black Panther, which is incidentally the same story.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, does it deserve to be a number one?
Hell no!
Yeah, there you go.
It's funnier that it's number one, and then it bumped off the original Lion King.
Yeah. And that's going to teach Disney the most important lesson. Let's remake all our movies and make more money off it.
Well, they're already doing that, so who cares?
Yeah.
Disney has lost any respectable quality as an animation studio, considering they've just checked out.
At the very least, if we see Jon Favreau actually take ownership of this and be like, "Oh wow, I can't believe I made the highest-grossing animated movie," be like, "Oh, you didn't want to call this animated, so fuck you."
Who cares if Jon Favreau acknowledges it?
Well, just know that he's even more of a butt nose than he already was.
That's even more two-faced. If it's like, by the way, I did a great job with that animated movie. You were talking about how much you didn't want it to be called an animated film. Like, for God's sakes, all these articles that came out, live action. Why are you guys all calling it live action? These aren't real animals. They're a bunch of zeros and ones in a computer somewhere.
Yeah. Look, it's just dumb.
You're all being buffoons.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, watch something better. Watch Ernest and Celestine. That movie got no appreciation. Watch My Life as a Zucchini. That was a much better film.
Yeah, that actually brings up a good point. Like, a video that I really want to do is basically like the top 10 animated snubs where we go over those movies because, obviously from the highest grossing movies to the Academy movies, Disney, Pixar, even DreamWorks and such basically get precedent over anything else. So why?
There's no DreamWorks movies on this list.
Well, not on this list. They were actually Shrek and such gotten nominated in the actual awards and such.
No, I just mean on highest grossing animated films of all time. It's not one DreamWorks movie.
Yeah, well, their biggest competitor, Illumination basically just, I think, kicked them off the list.
Well, Illumination does make toy commercials really well.
Yeah, so of course
that's all their movies are. I mean, I like Grinch, but it's a toy commercial.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that, and we'll recommend actually more different sort of animated movies because the highest grossing films really just epitomizes one thing. People just think about Disney when it comes to animated movies when there's so many other interesting out there sort of animated movies to find.
We've had 2 or 3 Asterix films that are amazing.
Yeah. And I'm probably sure that nobody listening to us right now knows what Asterix is.
Oh, come on. Well, yeah. They probably don't know about Asterix and Obelix.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No one knows about those. No one knows about those movies, even though they're funny, they're well animated, and they should be seen.
They're animated on the cheap, by the way, because Mansion of the Gods, I think, was only $35 million.
Yeah. A lot of different movies out there, like Captain Underpants, shows that you could actually animate a movie for a lot less than what these movies were.
Taylor, the same studio who animated Captain Underpants did the 2 animated CGI Asterix movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just shows that you can't do it for cheap, but that just means you won't get highest grossing, apparently.
Well, yeah, that and obviously people don't want to acknowledge it. Marketing plays a big hand in these films winning at the academies because basically the academies are less about being actual rewards and it's about wealthy people patting themselves on the back for doing business transactions.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just want to be that's pessimistic.
It's also what happens.
Yeah, it's also what happens. Watch Adam ruins everything. He'll talk to you about like how it's all about marketing.
Yeah, it really is, and it just makes the most amount of sense. Like it doesn't mean those movies weren't good enough to basically make it there, but it means you have to go the extra mile to actually win an award. Like that's just the truth of it.
That's why I pay no mind. Where it's like, if I worked on an animated movie, it's like, oh, would you like to win an Academy Award? I hold that with no value.
I would
So,
hold.
someone telling me they enjoyed it holds more value to me than like the award show.
Well, I would hold to the value to be like, oh, I guess more people will see it now because we'll be nominated and we can use that to basically get it out to more eyes.
Oh, you kid? You know how bad I'd burn that bridge if they got me up on stage.
Yeah, I know. That's why I would not allow you to get up on stage because I know exactly what you would try to say.
I just want to say, academies are BS, and you should all be ashamed of yourselves in this business and all the horrible practices you do. So thanks for the award, numbnuts.
And I'll just be like, no, get off here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Suck a dick, dumb shits. Leaves their stage.
Damn it.
Well, there you go. There, highest grossing animated films. I hope you're happy.
Because NERO is not.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go develop a drinking problem.
Let's not just say we did.
Too late. I've already had 6.
But yeah, but that was the highest grossing animated films. Like, leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these movies? Do they deserve all the money that they got?
No.
What do you like? Do you think like something like Frozen 2 will be able to claim the #1 spot when it releases?
Who cares? If it does, it might be because she's gay or something. That seems to be what everybody's hung up about. Like, oh my god, Elsa's gay. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, yeah, gay princess. One, not a princess, queen. Second of all, who cares if she's gay? Like, that doesn't make her instantly special. Okay, inclusive, got it.
So, just put your thoughts in the comments below and be sure to like, subscribe. Just go to our TeePublic and Patreon down below to support us. And just go there and see all the nice shirts that we got. And just remember, just support other animated movies. Just see all the other ones out there.
There is such a mass universe of animated films. You can watch My Life as a Fish. That's a very cool film.
My Life as a Fish.
Yeah, the one you showed me. The one where the name? Snape.
Yeah, it's called A Fishtail and Help, I'm a Fish.
Look, no one would know if I was wrong except you. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but if they wanted to look up the movie, they'll be looking like, hi, I'm a fish, and be like, well, I don't see a movie here. I see like this tutorial on saying hello to fish.
Just hold your head underwater in the tank and start talking. Oh, that kid drowned to death.
That was the plan all along.
Incidentally, that happens in Help I'm a Fish. So I mean,
well, they don't drown. They almost do, though. Well,
good times.
Well, one character does.
So with that said, folks, we're gonna wrap up. As always, be sure to tune in
to ToonGrin.
The Academy disgusts me, and they should frankly be ashamed of themselves in the way they treat people. They basically treat everybody like commodities.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, check out the Asterix and Obelix movies. They're awesome.